Hello, YouTube family. Welcome to Open Hand Farm. I'm Penny.
And I'm Mark. Now, we have been asked at various times why we call our 1.5 acres in the middle of town Open Hand Farm. Well, maybe this will clear it up for you. We've always wanted to have property. Penny maybe more than me, but we have had land, in fact, a couple of times. A few years back, we had 60 acres that we really enjoyed, and we learned so much there. But it was flawed in a couple of ways, including no running water and a salty well that meant we had to haul our water in and keep it in a cistern.
That's no problem.
Yeah. It was also way too expensive for us to maintain and develop in the way that we wanted to. So we decided to make a calculated strategic retreat from that and came back to suburban life. It was fine. We enjoyed the home we had, but we didn't like doing yard work that yielded no food or animal fun. We decided it just wasn't for us.
We kept thinking that we would like to find property again, and I made it my daily routine to look.
No, she became obsessive over it. We wanted a more properly chosen place so we could actually afford to do all the things that we really wanted to do. But we had other obstacles, caring for aging parents, enjoying our children and grandchildren, and staying close enough for me to drive to work.
After months of looking, I was really feeling defeated because all the properties that were available and perfect were at least 30 minutes from our families. God laid it on my heart that I needed to stop obsessing over what I wanted and start appreciating what I had. I knew God had led us where we were, and He had a plan for our future. I just needed to settle in and enjoy the gift He had given us. I started learning things that I would need to know if we ever had another chance to live off the land. I learned how to make sourdough bread, how to pressure can, how to garden in straw bales, and then one day, in my contentment, a building that I had been admiring for most of my life, a building that is our present home, we drove by almost every day because it was a mere 6/10 of a mile from our home. It came up for auction. When I was a younger girl, it was a green barn, and now someone had loved it and turned it into a red barn home. I was so curious to see inside it.
We decided that we would go to the open house because, I was curious about it too. When the day came for the open house, it was canceled due to weather.
Well, the next and final open house was on a day that Mark was unavailable to go. My oldest daughter was over, so I asked her if she would like to go see it. She loved the idea, so off we went just to settle our curiosity. The curiosity that had been alive in me for 43 years. As we walked into the house, we were both in love with it. As I moved to the heart of the house, I felt God saying to me, "This is your house." I immediately said, "I have a house." I didn't say anything to Emily, and we continued looking. And with each room, my heart was more and more overwhelmed with the feeling of being at home. It wasn't the fancy splendor of the home, it was the simplicity and the love of the function and history of it all. It was the love and care that had been put into the house, turning it into a home. It was just so comforting to me. That night when Mark came home, I told him what I felt in the house. Guess what he said?
We have a house! We talked a long time about the logistics of the possibility of carrying 2 mortgages, how we could not make the offer that they were wanting, and all the other things that would follow. All the answers pointed to no. Penny understood, and we continued on in life, and then I went to her one day and asked if she was still interested in that house. I told her I'd made a bid. Now, you need to realize that at this point, the only way I'd seen this house was in the photos online. I had not set foot onto the property. I didn't know if it had heating or cooling systems or if the electricity would need to be replaced. I knew nothing. So I did the natural thing and submitted a bid.
Why not?
Yeah, we thought it was perfect in a lot of ways. You can't have pigs, you can't have goats. That wasn't perfect. You couldn't have a milk cow, which was an advantage for me. But it was perfect in a lot of other ways. We couldn't afford what they were asking as a starting bid, so this bid that was way below what they were asking, just to say, hey, we're interested, was what we offered. Almost as soon as the auction closed, they contacted us and we were able to work out a deal that we could live with, that the sellers could live with, and so we got the place. The house we were in at the time was placed on the market on a Friday. It sold on Saturday morning.
So we really felt like God put us here. Like he cleared the way, but again, why Open Hand Farm? Well, first of all, we just like to give our spaces a name, making it somewhere to belong.
I suggested Clenched Fist Farm, but Penny wouldn't go for it. But seriously, we feel like this is a property that can produce a good deal of what we need. Yeah. Eggs, vegetables, fruit, and other things, to name a few. Because God brought us here, we wanted to honor him in how we use what he's given to us.
Yeah, and in our previous home, God had been calling me to build a community. And in the old house, I had a group of ladies that came for Bible study, but they quickly became family. And in this house, we felt like it was to be more than that. Here, we needed to use our home to grow a bigger community, to meet, to break bread together, to learn, to grow, and just to listen to those who needed to tell their story. And sometimes that means giving stuff away. And sometimes it just means sharing, letting people enjoy it with us. It has been a blessing. God has brought us so many people. I can't even tell you every experience and all the blessings that we have received. We can't wait to see what God has planned for our future here.
Now, please know that you're welcome to follow our Open Hand journey with us as we share via YouTube and build yet another community. If you like hearing our story, let us know. If you have a similar story, share it with us.
Yeah.
We would love to share in your story with you.
Thank you for watching, and blessings to you and yours until next time.